Hey folks, Donnie D out here at my little shooting range, doing some more ammo testing with my Ruger Precision Rimfire 22. I just put a brand new scope on it yesterday afternoon, hadn't shot that yet, except I've already zeroed the scope, and for now got it zeroed at 50 yards using the CCI Standard Velocity Target 40 grain 1070. I may keep it, I don't know. For now, that's what I'm going to zero it at. Took me about 5 shots to get it zeroed with this new scope here. I'm not even going to mention the scope right now. I'll make a separate video, maybe even later today, on my first impressions of it anyway. I just wanted to test out a couple of 3 more ammo just to see how it groups. I've got some targets set up down there. I'll turn the camera around in a couple of minutes and so you can see the targets. But now I'm testing, and I don't think I've had all that much luck with this before. Seems like I've shot it in something before. It's this Browning 40 grain 1085 target ammo, Pro 22. The only reason I bought this is because it's the only thing I could find the other day. I'm not saying I got anything against it, it's just that I needed some ammo and I about that range, so I bought it. But anyway, I'm going to take a few shots here at a couple of targets, and then I'll turn the camera around. Let's see what this stuff does here. And I'm not really shooting for bullseye. I just want to hit the target so I can see how this stuff groups. So let's see what I do. Try not to talk so much this time. Ain't too light, but I better do this. Okay, let's see how many I've got that I want to test. I want to test this one, this one, and this. Okay, I'm going to shoot 2 targets. I've got 6, so I can shoot 2, 4, 6. Okay, that's the way I'll do it. And, all right, let's see. Let me shoot 5 more rounds on the next target. Surprised this stuff, it's not doing that great, and I'm surprised because it's so close to the CCI Target 40-1070 that you would think it would shoot almost the same. It's not doing terrible. Okay, because I've got a couple of mandatory, as I call them, flyers, but that's probably me. But we'll see. All right, I'm going to pause you and load up a different ammo. Stand by. 1. Let's see. All righty. I've got my magazine loaded up again. This time I've got it loaded with, I don't have the actual box with me. Just put it and labeled it in a little 50 round box. This is CCI AR Tactical. It's some stuff a buddy of mine, shooting buddy of mine, gave me I don't know, a few months ago. But it's a 40 grain 1200 foot per second round, and I'm gonna shoot and see how that stuff does. Shoot two 5 round groups. See how that does. And I will turn the camera around after this. I shoot these 2 groups. Off to the right, that's dead center. Second 5-round group. Wish I didn't wear glasses. Looking pretty good now. It's got to be time for my mandatory flyer. Oh, that is. That's it. Alright, let me pause you again. Turn the camera around this time. Okay. I've got the camera now obviously turned down toward the targets. You'll see that white board with 6, I think they're like 6-inch or 8-inch shooting C's. The top 2 I shot, that was with the let's see, that was with the Browning 40-10-85. The next 2 down, left and right, is that CCI AR Tactical 40 grain 1200. And what I'm shooting now, I can't show it to you, but it's a red box Winchester Super X 40 grain 1300 called Super Speed. It's a round nose copper plated. I'll be shooting at those bottom 2 like 6 or 8 inch CCI 6 or 8 inch shooting C targets. So let's see how that do. Get my rifle back. Alright, let's see what I can do. Keep in mind that this is dependent on my shooting skills as well, so take that for what it's worth. And I hit a little low and to the right, but I'm going to keep aiming at the bullseye. Ooh, this ain't looking too hot. This kind of nasty looking here. Alright, over to the right. I see where some of my paint is peeled off and kind of cut of my board and covering up part of my target, but we'll just do the best we can. Yeah, this stuff ain't hitting on much, at least for this gun. Yeah, that's alright. Ooh. That's not the best I've ever seen by far, but hey, could be worse. Alright, I'm going to pause and walk down here, show you the targets up close. Alrighty, let's see. Back this out, there we go. Alright, there are my 6 little targets here that I was just shooting. The top one is the Browning 40-10-85. Not too hot. 2 of them here, 2 more here, and 1 here. Then this is a little better, except for, well, this, I guess you'd call it 2 flyers. That might have been me, but I just don't know. It's hard to say. I'm just shooting the stuff and see what happens. This is the CCI AR Tactical. I believe that was the 40 grain 1200. Buddy of mine gave me some a few months ago. It's not horrible, but for 50 yards, it's not hitting on much. A little better here, a little better here. I don't have anything to measure it with, but you can get an idea of what it is. Then this is the Winchester. I believe it's 40 grain. It might have been 37 grain, come to think of it. I believe it's a 37 grain, what was that? 1300, I think. But anyway, there's that group, and there's this group. Now, I told you that I put a new scope on it yesterday, and I came out here. The first thing I did was I zeroed my scope for 50 yards. I'll show you a little bit about the scope in just a minute. And this is just some of the stuff that I was shooting with the CCI I zeroed it with the CCI Standard Velocity Target 1070, one of my favorite ammos. And some of these bullets are just places I shot just to see if I was hitting where my crosshairs were, so it wasn't like a group. But you can see I hit about 3 shots right there. That looks pretty good. And again, this is one of my homemade shooting C's. The ones that I can shoot over and over again just by refreshing them. And these are just shots. There's a little group right there that I kind of shot right there in the middle of that little bullseye piece. So you can just see what I did, and you see that obviously the grouping, even though it's hard to be really accurate to show you how they grouped because of the way the paint chips off, you can see that it did pretty darn good with that stuff. It likes that stuff a lot, and I do too. I've been shooting that stuff a long time. I'm going to pause you again. I'm going to take you back up there and give you just another quick look at the rifle. By the way, on the way back to the truck, that's my truck, and spin around here. I've already walked a few steps. There's my targets, and spin around. There's my truck and my shooting benches in the truck. All right, another quick little look at the rifle. It's my Ruger Precision Rimfire and 22 long rifle. It's got a little, just like I told you the other day, if you saw that video the other day, it's got just a quick look at what I've done to it. I've got a little cheap, I'm not even sure what brand it is, bipod that I'd had laying around the house for years. I had been using a little Sniper, is the brand name, scope on it. And I just got this scope you see up top here. I'm not going to get in it too much in depth. Just tell you what it is. It's an Armstrong. It's a, what is that thing? It's a, I believe it's a 4-16 by 44, but I don't know. I'm gonna make a video on it. I don't want to mislead you, but anyway, it took me about 5 shots to get it zeroed with that CCI 40 grain 1070. I thought that was pretty good, especially since my first shot, because who knows what it's going to be when you just stick the scope on there. My first shot was way high, and I cranked it down in about 4 more shots. I had it like I wanted it. I'm going to give it a little bit of more of a workout, but I won't bore you with that. Just going to shoot it a little bit and kind of mess with the scope a little bit now to see how I like that. And it just depends on how much I learn from that. That I'm getting ready to do. I may make a first impression video on the scope later today. But anyway, for now, doing a little testing on some ammos in my Ruger Precision Rimfire 22 long rifle. This is Donnie D. I'll see you later. Bye. Get her done.